excited for this pod, though, man.
Me too.
All right, everybody.
Me too.
We are back this time. This is a way better format. You know what I'm saying? This is me and B's second time recording, but this time is more scripted in the right way. And more importantly, I would say a way we've been trying to do for a long time now.
Sure, yeah.
Of all the combos we done had, right?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
So how we doing the pod is that it's going to be a weekly host with me and other guys for different themes. BJ is going to be the head of sports psychology. It's helping you guys understand self-talk, self-motivation, other different details within the longevity of this whole pod. So that's the whole goal for this combination right here, to give you guys the opportunity to grow as an athlete. So, I mean, I just want to, get right into it, man. This is episode 1. This is about, self-talk and alter egos. And I'll start off with myself first, because this is really your background. I would say we got the bean behind you.
Yeah, we do.
We got the black mamba behind you. We got black cat up there. We got a lot of good alter egos up here.
Mm-hmm.
You got neighborhood nip. You got H to the Izzo.
Yeah.
Everybody had their alter ego.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, when I first got an alter ego, it was with watching The Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And how Heath Ledger got into being that method actor.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was this one movie, I think it's called The Black Swan. I forgot how it went. The Black Swan, or either way it go, it was about they had to find an alter ego to bring the best out of themselves, right?
Yeah.
And this guy, 24, I would never forget the quote. He was like, had so much rage built up inside of me, so much negativity. And he's like, man, it's like, just had to find a way to use it, had to drive it, needle it, push it. And then eventually it was just an avalanche of emotions. Remember that shit bar for bar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, I first saw that 2017, the summer of going through a really bad breakup.
Yeah.
Same with what I told you earlier, how you ran with it. Man, when Kobe said that, dog, I never looked back.
Yeah.
Because I never knew how powerful taking up all of this shit and just say, I'm not going to explode now.
No.
I'm going to go pour into something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, that's how BXB got made.
Of course.
I got obsessed.
Yeah.
And nothing else mattered.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at Georgia State. All the fly honeys at Georgia State.
Downtown.
Yeah. But I'm wearing nothing but workout gear because I'm just trying. I got my headphones in. All I want to do is just go to the rec, put up shots, go kill some guys and pick up, go lift, and then take these books and go study how to build athletes. Mm-hmm. Did that every single day till I got my degree. Mm-hmm. So let's just talk about how powerful the alter ego is and tie that back into how that transforms into the self-talk.
Well, I mean, you said it. I think when alter ego turns into obsession, it's funny because sometimes things have to happen that we don't really even want to happen.
Yeah.
And when these things happen, when we can separate what they did or how they made us feel in that moment to how we can use them to propel ourselves forward, now we found the goal.
Yeah.
We found the goal. And I don't mean GOAL, I mean GOLD. Like the goal mind, essentially.
Yeah.
And so being able to utilize these parts of your personality that essentially you tried to hide. You think about when you go through things and you have certain personality traits and you try to run from them.
Yeah.
Being pissed off. Nobody wants to be pissed off, sad, depressed, and all of that. But when you have a chance to use it, now it's like, okay.
It's a reservoir.
Yeah.
Because you never, like you just said, you've never had a chance to use it.
Mm-hmm. So you have to be able to utilize these things, package them up, and push them, allow them to push you forward, like Dean did, and also like Black Cat did right there too.
Yeah.
Right. Essentially, how everybody up here, you mentioned Nip, Hove, people like that. I mean, when you look at anybody that's successful, I think when you look at their background and you look at what they're going through,
it's a different person.
It's a different person. The story, the characteristics of it may be different, but the root of it is very similar.
Yeah.
In terms of them going through something and then utilizing that, packaging it up, and using it toward what they do to make them better.
No, I agree. Mm-hmm. And we talk a lot about obsession, right? But I think now it's like a trend. Mm-hmm. Be obsessed, and it's like it's not. I don't think it's like being obsessed. It's like you just are. You just can't help it. Mm-hmm. Like I know I was obsessed about basketball. I'm working to be a computer science front end developer, and I got coding over here, but I'm watching Kobe highlights. I'm like, yo, and I'm taking notes on how he pivot, how he pump fake. I'm noticing that when he fades away, he uses the back of his heel, not the front of his toe. I'm looking at all these details. Yeah. Meanwhile, bro, like submissions due at midnight. He just left 50. But I couldn't help it. And here's something I believe you, as a psychologist, understand. It's like, it's a certain switch that is broken off in the head that keeps you obsessed.
Of course.
And it's a chip on your shoulder. For him, it was coming from overseas and not being accepted. For him, it was always being second behind his brother. For that guy, it's like, yo, I see my brother Black Sam make $100K. And that still wasn't enough. Yeah, and that still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Thought $100K would be $1 million in the hood, but it's not. We seen this guy move weight and Marcy. And realize I got money, I'm flashy, I'm 25, but like, man, this ain't how I can't touch my dream for real. I gotta figure it out. I'm over here writing rhymes as a joke. I need to take it more serious. They had a certain type of event that scarred them in a way that benefited them, because it's a different side of that scar. Some lead to addiction, some lead to isolation, some just simply change. We're looking at products of when negativity immerses itself within your life and it latches onto you. You basically said, all right, guy, all right, whoever you are, you're going to latch yourself on. You better come for this ride.
Of course.
And the paid admission is, I'm going to use everything you bring in. So let's talk about that. It's a bit more, unpack that. Like, you know, for you as an athlete and you talking to your athletes, like, you know, coming from East Atlanta, seeing the thing you did, and then, you know, being so courageous to be bold. Like you said, we talked to me, like, just being the guy that just wants to literally be different for the right reasons. There's a fight going on, I'm going straight to class.
Of course.
Everybody talking to the hottest girl, I'm talking to the smartest girl. Like, just talk about how that environment and seeing all that negativity allowed you to build that alter ego to say, this is the guy I'm going to personify and be.
Yeah, well, I think first and foremost, it start with vision.
Yeah.
Start with what you see for yourself. And everything that you do has to align with that vision. Meaning if it's something that you're doing and it doesn't align with that vision, you probably don't need to be doing it. Right? I think also, too, like there's a quote from Ray Lewis I heard when I was in high school that I practically lived by.
I know it can be something crazy.
Yeah, I was up at 4 o'clock working out in high school.
That sounds like right. Well,
Ray Lewis. Ready to tackle somebody like at 4:30 in the morning. But essentially, he said that if you do the opposite of what the majority is doing, you'll find yourself successful 9 out of 10 times. And so for me, that meant, okay, when you look at the world, majority are mediocre.
For sure. We're just trying to get by.
Exactly. Just trying to get by, just trying to make it, not really having big
goals. Whatever it takes to just get into it.
Exactly. And so you almost have to develop a disdain for that. Right? Simple, and for the young athletes out there, simple checklist, right? Like if the majority is doing it, do the opposite. Do something else. Right? Like Sean just said, like being able to understand, okay, if it's a fight going on,
I'm not going to the fight.
Let me go to class. And you think about what you get from going to class.
They look at you a lot different.
They look at you a lot different, but you're going to class 2 to 3 minutes earlier. You're able to build with the teacher. You never know when you building with the teacher is going to come back around and gift you.
That's a boy.
Right? With, okay, I'm struggling with this specific test. Okay, well, because I built a rapport with said person and said person didn't go to the fight, instead he went to class and I built with him. Now, okay, I can give this person the extra few points on the test, and now he passes the class with a 90 instead of an 89.3.
Because he's worth it.
Because he's worth it.
I know the investment I'm making, taking the risk on the right person.
Exactly. So that's what it is.
You know, that's beautiful you say that, man. So I guess I'll bring up my ability with basketball, and I'll go parallel with you with baseball. It's been too many times, you know, I find young athletes who they allow themselves to be who they are off the court, on the court. That's not a bad thing. But for me, I try to make them understand, like, yo, man, like, you can't be the pushover doormat that you are. Nothing wrong. You just come from a very great household. And I'm not saying nothing bad about it. Like, you got pension, you got trust fund, you got everything in the world. Yeah.
You're good.
So it's naturally inclined of you to just feel like I want to help other people because I have it all already. I'm not, but like, yo, we in these lines, man. So fuck, hey, man, no, we're not doing that. What?
Yeah.
Bro, run through him.
Yeah.
Put your shoulder in him. Yeah. We got 6 fouls. Yeah. We're going to use one.
Of course.
I tell all my kids, we're going to use that foul to set the tone.
Got to.
So it's like, how I help them find the alter egos, I always ask them, I said, man, what was the most embarrassing or most like down moment of your life? All right. How does it make you feel right now? Put that image on him.
Mm-hmm.
Go kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Go after him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like method to the madness, boy. It's like it's ooh, as a coach, you know what I'm about to say.
That, yeah.
It's like that. It's not even a dog. It's like, ooh, that made a killer now.
Yeah, you made a killer. Joker.
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy about method acting too? Speaking of that, it's like I tell every kid this too. And we all did as athletes. Our generation did. But write out who you want to be.
Yeah.
Write it out, and then be that guy every single day. Because my thing is like, the more I study method acting, I became a better coach because of it. I mean, I've been studying. Prime will get his flack with his X's and O's, but man, he's such a great leader of men. And the reason why is because, man, he is a great father.
Yeah.
He understands the connection of a higher source, if you want to call it, into him being a patriarch, and how that pours into his children.
Of course.
And now he just does the same formula with young men. So I'm 29, I ain't got no kids, but it's like, I understand the process of guiding, shepherding, leading. It's something you can't fake. Because as much as we see the Sabans of the world and everything like that, it's like, no offense to those guys, but they're just the best recruiters.
Yeah, for sure. Talent.
You know, the Calipari's are the best recruiters.
Yeah.
But the Primes, John Thompsons, the Dean Smiths, you know where I'm going? Like, these guys cultivate,
of course,
an environment of success. John Wooden, these guys cultivate a certain environment of success. As much as we talk about the alter ego, let's talk about how coaches or even support systems are needed to allow that ego to thrive. Because keep it a buck, if he didn't have Vanessa, and if he didn't have Phil and Pip, I don't think we see these guys,
of course,
multiply. He didn't have Black Sam. You know, we talk so much about the alter ego, but it's no different than us as life. If even that version of you get shunned away, then who do you? So you got to make an alter ego for the alter ego.
To protect the alter ego, you got to make an alter ego.
So let's talk about like how important the environment is to sustain that too.
Yeah, I think you brought up environment. I'm gonna bring up system.
Yeah, that's even better.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
The system is going to definitely have such an impact on you in regard to who you become. And the reason why is because it allows you to be what you need to be in that moment.
Every single moment.
With Jordan, if he doesn't go to the Bulls, who does he become?
Oh, my God. Nobody. Not for real. It's a great talent that gets washed away in the sauce.
Exactly. For Cole, if he doesn't go to LA, who does he become? If he doesn't have Phil, if he doesn't have Shaq to bring that out of him, right? You brought up, dude, there's a lot of people that, if they don't have certain people to push this alter ego, who do they become? Right? For Nip, same thing. We talk about Nip when it comes to hustling. Who showed him how to hustle? His
Black
brother.
Sam.
Right?
Black Sam.
Exactly. So it's like, who do these people go to? That guy right there, if he didn't have Jazz. Right?
Jazzo.
If he didn't have Jazz, let's be honest, if he didn't have Dame, right? If he didn't have Dame, right? Who do they become? So it's
Baba
like
Lob and Dame. Hey,
exactly.
There's a Rockefeller. Everybody know that was Biggs and Baba Lob, and they, saying money off of that. That's
true. Exactly. But your system has got to be, I don't want to say behind the scenes, but at least that force that allows you to be who you need to be in order to get that result that you want, right? When you talk about teams and everything, that's why team cohesion is incredibly important. And all of that starts from the coaching, right? All of that starts from the head leader, the head captain, right? And being able to understand, I'm going to put people in position so that they can become what they need to become, to cultivate this alter ego. You said it before, which, I wish more coaches had the philosophy you have when it comes to that, of asking these players these questions of, okay, what's the worst situation that happened to you? How can we cultivate that and bring that into the space?
It's therapeutic, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. We in this space of our complexion that we talk so much about Black folks got to get therapy. You be minority, period. Forget about Black. Whatever minority you're in.
Yeah.
I think the problem is like, we can talk about all we want, but like that nervous system needs to find a way to get it out.
Of course.
You're trying to tell me you can do what you love to do and get it out? It's like Kobe said, it's a rush you can never replace. I knew there was no looking back from being a better athlete when at 23, 22, as a strength coach, I'm letting all this rage out.
Yeah.
Seen the bench go from like a measly 135 to like 185 in a couple of weeks. Seen the squat go from like 155 and then in like 12 weeks we like at 305. Cause it's like you just blacking out, bro. It's like you feel uncomfortable, yes, but this feeling of damn, I wish I would have got this out of my system. It hits more.
Well, it's the ability to accept what you're going through from a psychological aspect. A lot of people tend to fight what they're going through. They don't want this feeling of depression and this feeling of anger and rage and everything. They don't want that. We're not taught when we're kids to have that. We're taught to be nice and be nice people, which I'm not going to disagree with you, of course. But at a certain point, when there's a reward or a goal involved and there's competition involved, which means somebody on the other side wants the exact same thing you want, it's me and you at that point. And I done been through way too much to even give you or allow you to have that.
Why? Yeah. That means I got to stay where I'm at. And I don't like where I'm at.
Exactly.
So either we going to trade roles or we need you to fuck out the way.
And that's what it is. That's what it is. But too many athletes are not taught that and taught the opposite. You know, be good people and everything.
And I think that kind of goes back into soul talk too. Because now they mind if they think, like, if I do something an ugly way, I'm not a good person, I'm not a good person, I'm not a good player. It's like it doesn't correlate.
Of course.
Man, Pac-Man said this. He was
Pac-Man. All right.
That's why I started laughing.
So we go Pac-Man. Okay. What did Adam Jones say?
You know, you're on camera on podcast now as a guest.
Yeah, which is boy. I ain't think
Pac-Man on cut.
Pac-Man is okay.
Cam ain't slick, and I love it.
Nah, I ain't slick at all.
He already got Unc on there, cutting up. Now you got Pac-Man. He first did it with OJ for OJ pass. So it's like Pac-Man said something actually profound. He's like, "Hey man, he's like, I'm not discounting, discrediting what people do in war, but like he said, dog, like this is close to the war. It's like, man, the things you got to do to get yourself psyched up to say, I'm gonna run through this person. He's like, man, these guys ain't the same. He's like, man, these guys are killers. He's like, man, these guys are killers. Cause they were talking about old boy who had spit on last night. Yeah. It was like, man, like, he's like, I done did it before. Like, you gotta do it, you know what I'm saying, like low key. He said, I done spit on someone 35th and then we jumped the offsides and we got to play.
Yeah.
But he was like, man, like, but he said, but you gotta trick yourself into being this type of guy. Cause he said, like, you know, you got guys want to kill you, man.
Let me do you one better. I was 2022, fall 22. I was in class. I was a PhD student at Georgia.
Yeah.
My teacher was named Dr. Brian McCullough. He also went through the same program I was in at Georgia, but this was like early 90s when he was there.
Okay.
He did a group project where there was about 3 or 4 of them in the group, and 2 of them had to go. The objective was to interview coaches. Now, this was, I said early 90s. This was mainly like 80s, 90s, really. Like, so you had...
That's a different.
Legends were still there. Like, Vince Dooley was at Georgia.
Damn.
Like, it's my man named at Alabama. I'm blanking on his name, but the guy at Alabama that was big, the legendary coach. Alabama. Bear Bryant. By the way, Alabama don't count anyway. I went to Georgia, so that's why I forgot. I forgot on purpose, by the way. Anyway, but Bear Bryant was there. You had Newt Rockne. You had like these coaches that were there. Like I said, this is the 80s, 90s. Half the group in his group stayed to record. The other group went to interview the coaches.
Yeah.
But what they noticed was that when they went to interview these championship-winning coaches, they noticed what they were reading on the bookshelves. And so you got all of these football coaches, man, and they winning championships. What do you think they were reading about? I'm going to ask you.
Me, I know what I'm reading. I'm reading Sun Tzu.
Okay.
I'm reading books from George Washington.
Okay. What do you think they were reading? And mind you, these are championship-winning coaches. Legends.
2 ways and be very contrasting. Either books on war or books on religion.
That's why you're my man. Books on war. Books on war, right? They know football. They all were reading books on war.
Because I read them.
Exactly.
So tactics.
When you bring up war in sports, I actually have something coming out soon, maybe in a year, it's called He Who Approaches Sport as War. Because essentially there's so many parallels. And I actually started the concept. I thought about it because I had gone through the program and Dr. McCullough told me that. But when I started working with the military,
you see it.
I was like, yo, they call them tactical athletes. They call soldiers tactical athletes for a reason. But it's so many parallels from war to sports. But you have to have that specific mentality in order to be willing to run through somebody. My first job when I was with the military was to make people lethal. Like that was the job description. It was crazy as it sounds.
No, but that's what you have to do.
Yes.
Because if not, they gonna come through with them yappas and end it over here.
And we, as a country, don't want that.
Exactly.
So it was ready to make people ready to kill and ready to die.
Yeah.
If you have that mentality as an athlete,
who's stopping you?
Who's stopping you? Because the guy on the other side of you is like, hey, I can miss this free throw. I'm just going home to mom at 7 o'clock at night and eating my dinner and going to bed. I'm good. As opposed to somebody that's willing to run right through your chest.
What Kobe said, soft.
Soft. Yeah. Exactly what he called Dwight.
Soft.
Right? So that's the two mentalities. And on your behalf, you brought up alter ego when it comes to coaching. It's like, these are the things we need to be teaching these athletes for sure.
It's a parallel of different ways. Parallels in terms of how they're built as a soldier / athlete, but even from an X's and O's.
Yeah.
I showed a player, bro. I showed a player how flanking is used in football and basketball. He was like, what you mean? I said, all right, bro. What's pick and roll? I said, Google pick and roll. You Google pick and roll. I'm going to draw it out right now. I'm going to fucking head up. So I told that nigga draw a pick and roll. Find an old goddamn letter. So I said, draw a pick and roll. All right, cool. So pick and roll is this. All right, that's pick and roll. That's the ex defender. All right, that's my man. That's me. I'm coming off. Okay, that's his defender. Bruh, if this is us, that's them. This is us right here. A single flank, it just means we're attacking from that side. What the fuck is the difference?
That's a good point right there. Same play.
A pinch and attack in fucking war is when you're attacking from a double flank attack, right? Okay, this is a play in basketball. We call it horns. Okay. So I'm up here with the ball. This guy's guarding me. This is a 4-man right there. This is my center right here. What's the difference? Yeah. He said, damn, coach, never saw that. I said, that's what makes me a great coach. Because I understand that these concepts exist everywhere. So if I could study the source of tactics from a higher level and then funnel it to this,
basketball,
you're not fucking stopping me.
Not at all.
So I understand that these screens, these picks, all these things, they're just ways to flank, to create a disadvantage. And now we score by putting less defenders guarding more offensive players. 2-on-1, 3v2 situations. It's no different than war. Right. If we got the high ground, they got to battle us up. Okay, now we got to maintain the leverage. Their aim is off. They're going to be sluggish trying to fight the hills. It's about 50 yards of incline between us and them. All we got to do is just maintain the space. And it's literally like shooting fish in a barrel. So now in basketball, that's why the 3-ball is so deadly, because for an analytical standpoint, if we can hit the 3-ball consistently, especially from like a deeper range, that means they're going to have to bring their ass out more.
Now, from what you just said, imagine if there's an athlete telling themselves that during the game. Imagine if you got all 5 of them saying that.
Man, we running through motherfuckers.
So you're talking about self-talk, right? That's the reason why I love self-talk. I kid when I talk to athletes about it, but I'm not serious when I say this, but kind of am a little bit. I always say that when I have children, they need to put that on my tombstone, that self-talk is one of the most important concepts, if not the most important concept of humanity, because of what it does for you. And what it does for you is it creates and controls your dominant thought. So what you just said, imagine if you got 5 basketball players out there at once talking exactly what you just said. They're not going.
It's hard to comprehend. It's going to be hard to comprehend. Yeah. But I think the biggest thing we just said, though, is like having those group of athletes think like that and see it from that perspective is it's a certain nuance behind it. But more importantly, it's like you're embracing what sports was always about. If we go back, and I got books on this shit, if we go back to the times of ancient Greek and Rome, yes, we talk about the gladiators, but we don't understand, like, there was also the Olympic events that were held.
Of course.
And that the people of the higher status, would it be the nobles or people of upper class? Because the lower class were just people who just were out there hustling and stuff like that. Kids couldn't even afford to go to school. School was private. You had to be a certain type of class to go to school.
Right, sure.
But sports was a part of your curriculum.
Yeah.
Like athletics was a part of life as a way for them to build a discipline so you can go to war.
Right. That's what it's preparation for. Yep.
So I try to all the time, like, yes, it's an entertainment aspect, but society of all empires understood the value of sports. The Aztecs had sports, Mayans had sports. You know what I'm saying? Different Asian dynasties had different sports, different capacities, because they understood, like, how can I get a young child to learn discipline, to want to compete, to be better than you, to dominate you, to dominate their thoughts, and then say, okay, we're going to war. Need you to train. How can I even make that even possible?
I don't know that a lot of athletes really approach life as that intensity level.
I don't think it's even possible because there's too many factors.
It is. I think, and the factors that you speak of, I think it that's what deterred them from looking at life that way with that level of intensity. You got a lot of people, as you just mentioned, the word soft, in regard to the phones and everything, in regard to other things as well that direct the conversations that they have amongst each other. I think that perspective is key because when they approach it with that perspective of this is preparing me for life and I need to approach life as war, now you see sports in a whole different light, which would then further exacerbate and produce this mentality that they approach sports with. Because they understand the bigger picture at that point. This is preparing me for life and life to live more intensely.
Not only that, but it makes you a quote that I got from Kid Cudi, unfuckwittable.
Yeah.
And, you know, I try to tell a lot of my younger guys, I'm like, dog, the people who promote that on social media just aren't that. I'm a great coach. I don't have time to put this goddamn phone up and put the mic on and then make sure. Man, I'm gonna hate when y'all young boys come pull up and come for me. I don't have the time to remind myself. People say, man, you run a business, you got to make content. Man, yes, you're right. I do run a business, but I'm a coach first.
For sure.
And you think this gym giving this kid like, oh man, I should have had the phone out. No, bro, like, cool. I'll do a better job of having the phone on more and I'll record, run up data. But like, man, I'm a really great coach and I got to promote that.
Yeah.
I got to get results.
Of course.
I got to build relationships. I got to ingratiate myself within the household. And I got to communicate with the parents because, you know, that's where it all starts. And I think, you know, going back to this, you know, the main focus of alter ego is like, that's the role of a coach.
Yeah.
There's a hope that kid find that. Because once, you know, as an athlete, once you find it, talk straight to y'all, once y'all find it, the world you thought you were living in, you realize, bro, like this other side, it's a peace of mind you never knew existed.
Yeah.
You realize half your problems, if not a good amount, might be monetarily or mentally or emotionally. And if you get those things in check, you got a pretty good life. So when you put those problems to the side, how hard is your life really? So for you to figure out ways how to get to this level of like toughness or resilient or even a better word, grittiness, you can't be that same person who says, woe is me. Ah, man, like they don't like me. Ah, man, the coach is showing favoritism. Like, young man, young woman, that coach ain't showing favoritism because I'm a coach, he's a coach. I'm going to tell you this. If there's 10 athletes in the room and you're one of them 10, and you're not the most athletic, you don't have the best skill set, you're not the hardest worker, you're not the best teammate, you don't have the most energy, you don't got qualities to make you stick out, I'm going to choose the other people that have the qualities I need to win because if I don't win, I'm not going to get paid. If I don't get paid, I'm not going to go home to my wife and be broke, to my son. So we have careers as coaches, young men, young women. Some are at the high school and college level. Middle school, just have fun. Because if a coach telling you he got to get paid to come to middle school, bro, just go somewhere.
Go to another middle school.
Yeah, he crazy. He crazy. That man tripping. It's like an AAU coach talking about, man, I gotta win Peach Jam. For what, dog? Like, it's Peach Jam. I'm like, you tripping.
Yeah, that's right.
So when y'all in high school, man, y'all talking about this coach is showing favoritism, man. That person, that woman, or that man you are right then and there, you gotta draw a line, and now you gotta find this alter ego because that person will keep hurting you.
So I think when you talk about the ability to have an alter ego too, you talk about strategies to lock in more to that alter ego.
Mm-hmm.
Compartmentalization is a huge word for that, and this is what I mean by that.
Yeah, expand on it, man.
I don't know what y'all's definition of compartmentalization is. You might have heard it before, but when you talk about mental toughness, you talk about alter ego. This is the definition I think we should run with. Easy, right? Compartmentalization is the ability to dominate the details of what you're currently doing. Just dominate the details of what you're doing. That's it, right? You have a specific section over here. Cool. Dominate the details of what you're currently doing right here. When you leave that, you can go do what else you want to do, right? You can go hang with friends or whatever. But when you're playing basketball, football, baseball, anything, dominate the details of the process of what you're doing. There was a time where we would teach soldiers 3 different things. They had 3 different boxes.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Based off of their life in the military and everything in the Army. One box was rifle marksmanship. Of course, they got to be lethal with the guns and everything, the weapons, because they got to know how to shoot. They got to qualify to pass basic. Then you have PT, physical training, where you do PT every morning at about 6, stay in shape and everything, physical shape. And then you have friends and family, which obviously sometimes you have a chance to go back, chill with your daughter, chill with your mom, or whatever the case may be. The issue is that when you're thinking about one while doing the other, your performance is not going to be as high quality as you need it to be, because you have to qualify when you're doing rifle marksmanship. You need to be at your best when you're doing PT, right? When you're with friends and family,
you gotta be present.
Be present with them, because they're not going to see you always.
Learn that lesson.
So the quality need to be where it need to be. Now, the issue is this. I want you to imagine if you're with your family and you're thinking about rifle marksmanship.
How they gonna be?
How they gonna be, right? When you with your mom, some guys had daughters, some guys had, whatever the case may be. When you with your family, you think about rifle marksmanship, you're not really present with them, right? When you thinking about your family and you doing PT, you probably won't be in the right headspace to dominate this specific rep.
Because I'm thinking about my daughter.
You thinking about your 2-year-old. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you're not thinking right.
And I want to lead now.
Exactly. And so the thing is, you got to be able to dominate the details of where you currently are. And when you in alter ego, you talk about being an alter ego, creating a different version of yourself or a different personality, being in flow state with that alter ego.
Yeah.
Lock into the details of what you're currently doing and dominate those in that moment. When you leave it, you leave it. This guy right here had, when he was playing, 3 daughters.
3 of them things.
Yeah, and a wife. That's 4 women at home. I can guarantee y'all he wasn't Black Mamba at home.
Boy, he was cold.
I think he was trying to put up 60 on everybody in the Staples Center, and then he's going home and playing Tea Party with his 2-year-old.
Yep.
But he's dominating the details of what he's currently doing in whatever setting he's in, right? So when you talk about being able to have an alter ego, lock into that.
Let's expand about that right there. I'm pretty sure what plays into that is the system, right?
Mm-hmm.
The biggest system young athletes struggle with is a schedule.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're all over the place, even adults our age. Scheduling. I know for me, once I saw it on a piece of paper, it was easy to turn it on and off. 4 to 5 is just this. Cool. And what helped me was reading The Power of Habit.
Yeah, Charles Duhigg.
Yep. And how to find those cues and those activations and then have a reward. So for me, like I would go to the gym at 5 in the morning, go lift put up shots. And at 6:30, bro, I would just come home and make breakfast and like literally just watch film as a reward. When I would go run, I hated running, bro, I'm buying me a smoothie. Yeah. I know I got something on the back end of this. Built a system to lock in and stay focused. But it all started with that schedule.
Yep.
How important is it? Because we talk about dominating the details, but like if you can't see the details, how can you dominate?
Well, here's the thing with a schedule. Unfortunately, the world in 2025 is way too many distractions.
Oh, Lord, talk about it. Preach. Now go ahead. It's all you now.
And so if you don't have a dominant way of controlling your life, your life will be controlled for you.
Yeah.
Right? When I say distractions, these are distractions that may not look like distractions. In essence, social media, in essence, other factors as well. Anything else you got on your phone, you got different energies right now. And I'll tell you something else as well. When it comes to people essentially being on TikTok, being on Instagram, it's I guess this is my psychology side coming out, but it's the
Go ahead.
It's the improvement of I'll say the decrease of attention span.
For sure.
Right? And so you have a harder time staying on task. And so by default, your attention span is decreasing, which means the quality of it is decreasing.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's harder for you to stay on task and follow the process to get to your end result or your target that you're trying to hit, your goal that you're trying to achieve, because by default, your attention span is decreasing.
Yeah, you're scrolling, man.
You're scrolling. And if you don't like a video, you scroll past it. Another one, scroll past. I mean,
instant gratification.
Exactly. Instant gratification. Having a schedule and writing things down allows you to see what you need to accomplish, which means that if you did not accomplish that, you're reminded of it because you're seeing it on paper. It's not just in your mind. It's now physical instead of only psychological.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just up in the air. It's also written down on a physical format. Also, this allows you to hold yourself accountable because you can create different check boxes for it.
Yeah.
Right. And if you did not accomplish something, you can't check it off. But in your mind, you know you need to be able to check it off. And you brought up power of habit and the reward part of the habit loop. When you check something off, you have that reward.
It's like a like on Instagram.
Exactly. It's a like on Instagram. The dopamine is released, right? You have the pleasure of the pleasure hormone is released and everything. You got the pleasure of checking off that assignment or that task that you meant to do. So I always said, like, make hard easy. Essentially, make hard easy. So if it's hard for you to do something or hard for you to remember something, make it easy on yourself by being able to put it on a checklist, or put it on a schedule and write it down.
Nah, I definitely agree. And then, a little bit towards like, we got the scheduling, we got self-talk, we got alter ego. So when I'm going into that tunnel, where I'm just going into the arena, I got an hour. What is that like to turn on that switch with my self-talk? I got this. I done made the alter version. I got a good understanding. I got a good schedule. But how do I activate it before the game?
That's a great question. So I keep going back to it, but the time in the military, there's a word, obviously my job was to teach cats how to be lethal.
Come on now. Talk it all.
Lethal means ready to kill, ready to die. Which I laugh now because I'm like, that's a crazy job description.
Like, yeah, you was really a mad scientist on the level.
I had to be. I was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, for sure.
All of these people.
For sure.
Customato. I mean, everybody.
Oh, my God.
That's a perfect example, actually. Customato, literally.
Yo, nah, that is really the best example.
Yes, it is.
Yo, that's crazy. That's real.
But, man, we had this word that we would give them called priming.
Oh, shit.
Right? And so priming essentially...
Sounds like some, what's the movie Denzel was in?
What's that?
Where, like, they hit it, like, whatever they made, like, a noise or, like, a little thing, Denzel turned to somebody else.
Essentially.
Forgot what they call it. I think it's the Manchurian candidate. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yep.
Wow.
Priming is essentially the ability to get yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically locked in to a specific space before performance. In our case, before battle.
Yeah, I'm taking notes on this and go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm learning something new.
And so what that looks like is, and I always went back to what are you consuming before performance? Right? I always said that the energy that you consume before performance needs to lead you into the energy you want to have during performance. Right? So what that means is there's a guy, Kobe right here, Kobe Bean Bryant, that, would listen to the Halloween theme song before games. Yeah. If he's playing against the 08 Celtics or any team that has that level of mentality that he needs to match or be better than, he's listening to that. He's consuming that energy before the game starts. If you got an hour before a game, understand the energy you want to have during the game consume that energy before the game. You can't always be in peak performance.
No.
Not mentally. Cool. No. But understand how to manipulate and how to plan the correct way so that by the time you get up to, like, the closer you get to your performance time, you're already slowly, gradually getting into that specific headspace through priming and everything. What you eat, what you listen to, what you watch, who you talk to, it all depends on the energy you want to have. For example, when I was in high school, if I know I was playing baseball and, I would be, have a lot of pressure on me and stuff, or face anxiety or anything like that. It's funny to say, but I would talk to girls before the game.
That makes sense to me.
Because I can't be uptight. I'm trying to work on the mouthpiece. Yeah, I'm loose, right? Yeah. So I go up there and man, I would put my helmet on before the game and everything, and I would literally be calm as possible. Sometimes I'd even fall asleep, but I'm that calm. So when I get up there, I'm not pressured. I'm not anxious. I'm not playing tight. I'm not overthinking. Yeah. I'm hitting lead off, and I'm doing my thing. Yeah. Right. As opposed to maybe if I want to increase the intensity for my football players, right, or even basketball players for that matter, I might listen to some Chief Keef back in 2012 when it came out. Right. I might listen to
mixtape Gucci. Which I know about that.
Gucci. Yeah. I might listen to something that gets me to that level. I don't know who's out now, but I might listen to.
I think it's Trippie Redd for these kids.
Trippie Redd?
Yeah, I think it's Trippie Redd. Whoever it is.
Yeah, I might listen to whoever I need to listen to get me to that stage. If I want to, I got one of the guys now, he wants to be more calm, but kind of be more so in the killer mentality as well.
Quiet Rage.
He listened to Mobb Deep.
Quiet Rage. Yeah. Call it Quiet Rage. I learned that a lot studying. It's an undercover basketball killer that a lot of y'all don't understand. Goes by the name of Kevin Durant. He talk now, he chirp now, but I'm saying OKC, KD, that boy ain't said a goddamn word.
Young KD.
That boy ain't said a goddamn word. That boy gave you 35, 12, and saying one home kiss his mama lips. That boy was just a humble warrior, bro. Yeah. And that's good. Like, quiet rate is a key, A lot of former warriors back in the day had quiet rage. A lot of samurais back then. They were able to use haiku and meditation to be as sharp as a katana, dog. One slice, I'm out.
Yeah, that's it.
So let's kind of stay more on the pregame, right? Because now, I keep uncovering how the best athletes, it's the reason why they get there 3 to 4, sometimes 6 hours before. So when people see like the Kobe, or even Steph Curry's now, of course, and they get in there, because I had people say they go to games. I had people say they buy their tickets. Real nerds, real basketball nerds say they'll buy their tickets and still get to the game as soon as they open it up for early fans, just to go watch their pregame ritual. And what I told somebody is that's like their second or third. They're like, huh? I'm like, yeah, that's like their second or third. Game was at 6. They probably got there like around 12, watched film and chilled around and put up some shots. And then after that, probably ate some food from 12 to 2. All right. Now from 2 to 4, that's when teams are slowly trickling in and stuff like that. So now they're really priming themselves, and now they're taking it more serious. And now they go in, it's like 4:30 to 5:30. Games is at 6:30. It don't tip off like 6:45. All right, now coaches here, players are here. We ready to go. We talking. I done got about like 500 shots, bro. So now my body ready. Yeah. Now, so that's when you see. Remember when Bron was in the early Miami Heat days? Bron would take the shirt off before the game and just do this. Meditate. Remember my first time seeing that dog? All AAU summer I was doing that crap.
Yeah. Meditate.
And I would come out there with the fakest, toughest face. Like, who want it?
Yeah.
But like, right now you're slowly unpacking, like, because it's hard to do that, right? 45 minutes and you got the coach in front of you, you got the media in front of you, the fans are there, shoot around. It's like, you ain't got time to prime for real. So like, as you breaking all of that down, now for me as a coach, it makes sense why the great ones got there 4 to 6 hours before and did everything they could to just really set the tone. And it's like, I hate to sound like this, but like, it's about being so locked in that like your competition is your best friend.
Say more.
I, as a competitor, need you to be a great competitor. You have to give me a reason to be this crazy, to work this hard.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you, but I fucking need you.
Yeah.
I need you to be very great so I can have a very great reason to overcome this blockage of you and your great team. As much as I hate you, without you, I have no reason. It is the most inverse relationship of what being high level is. Because think about if you have a business, you're a 4,500 company, people talk all the time like, it's enough space out here to eat. Yes, as a startup. You only care about making like maybe $300K a year. Ain't no space to eat when you make them billions. It is cutthroat. So like, as much as, we talk about the Apples, Apple needs like Microsoft to still be great because, because when they make those high level MacBooks that people use for video editing, bro, you got an Intel i9 processor. That's not all Apple parts. They have yet to get there because people don't understand Microsoft was really about like, Apple was about the computer experience. Microsoft was all about the computer, I would say, ceiling. How much can we push this computer and get the most out of it? Well, Steve Jobs was like, I'm just going to figure out how much I can get the most out of it for the user. That's why I can't lie. I love this over Android, bro. It's the best interface ever. It's the best user interface. But the thing is, Microsoft needs Apple to have the best user interface, and Apple needs Microsoft that has the best computer interface. It's like the craziest inverse relationship, and I need Apple to understand, like, stop being insecure around better athletes. Thank that man. Thank that woman for spanking your ass that day.
Well, I mean, that's why a lot of athletes, even when they feel like they don't have the level of competition they want, they'll create it in their mind.
Jordan did.
Oh my
Shaq
God. Did.
Oh my God.
Kobe did.
Made up bullshit stories, man.
Yeah, made up. Yeah, exactly. But I think the biggest thing is that is competition, though.
Yeah.
I keep bringing it up. You brought up the word soft before.
Oh yeah.
And I think a lot of athletes run from these things that will make them tougher because they aren't tougher. They don't have, like, how can you present what you don't have? But then how can you have what you run from? Right. So,
ooh, boy, you speaking the ball right there.
I mean, that's what it is, though. It's like you want.
You presented something that you're not. But you don't want to go after something that you say you are.
Exactly. And so it makes me funny. It makes me laugh because it's funny now seeing a lot of, like, the worst thing that pisses me off right now is seeing the 6'10" big who's laying the ball up and nobody around him.
I know who you're talking about with him.
Because you've been really watching it. But it makes me so mad. I'm like, it's 6'10". Why is the backboard not shattered? Is my question. You know what I mean? Why is there still a backboard?
Why are you shooting a jump shot against somebody 5'11"?
Exactly. Exactly.
Why you ain't dry set and put him inside the rim?
Nobody has that rage.
No, they don't. And I ain't about to name drop any organization, but it is organizations that care more about the image of the kids to help make money with the kids as opposed to just letting kids be coached the right way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a guy. I'm a post-grad head coach. This is my second year now. I've been with the organization for close to a decade. I got kids who either overlooked, needed an opportunity, or just had a small high school, just didn't work out. How do I get you to be unbelievably undeniable in 6 months? Either you're going to hate me, then love me, or love me and love me. It's one of the two. Because in the end, I'm going to say from square one, like, this shit ain't it.
Yeah.
Your form got to get better. This got to, like, all these things. And like, man, dude, like, Coach Sean ain't that deep. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is that deep.
From how you breathe is important.
True.
You don't use your diaphragm.
Yeah.
Why do you think you out of breath? Dog, I think I told the kid, I said, kid, if you was to just work on box breathing for like a month straight, I said, I bet you shave 30 seconds off your mouth time. He's like, nah, Coach Sean. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to tell you from experience, bro. Like, I said, I got a degree in this. I said, dog, it's about how much of the carbon dioxide, which is your hydrogen ions in the lungs, and all that metabolic waste coming from the blood vessels exchanging with the lungs, going back out, and then you're breathing that oxygen. This exchange of good air and bad air. If I can't get enough out as I try to bring in, it's going to be a certain type of buildup, and that buildup of hypoxia is what leads to fatigue. And we call that lactic acid, but it's just the hydrogen ions that are being built up. So the more you can dispel and bring in, the faster, the quicker, the stronger you'll be.
The VO2 max.
Thank you. And I try to tell a lot of athletes, like, man, like, because I'll run miles. Is running miles really going to get his VO2 max high? No, sprinting will, sir. We have to condition the right way. You have to move you the right way. But when we're not conditioning, we have to still find a way to expand the lungs passively.
Right.
So meditation, breath work, all these different things. Should even swimming. When the lungs are stronger and expand more, now you can do more. And so it is that deep. And once I explained to the kids, like, damn, coach, I said, no, I said, it's not your job to know, it's your job to listen.
Right.
That's my load.
Right.
God told the kid, I said, if you spend every day studying basketball and all the details and everything like that to get better, consequently, you're going to be a hell of a coach before you become a hell of a player.
Yeah.
He's like, he's like, for real, coach, how you know? I said, motherfuckers happened to me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't afford training. So I decided to train myself. I said, yeah, I became a great player because of it on the back end. But I said, the same as that time, I got all this knowledge. I'd be ashamed not to be the best with it. So it's like when players understand that deep, I think now, as we're talking about what we said earlier about obsession, I think now it ties it back into how the alter ego, the self-talk, the pregame, how all of that now just, in my opinion, just meshes beautifully. Because once you understand the detail and the domino effect of this one detail, it's funny to say this, like, you stop caring about things. Like, for example, I think I ain't pop out to a club or a concert until probably I went when I was 19. I ain't go back till I was 27.
8 years.
For what? Like,
why am I there? Doesn't help me.
I'm about to. It's a funny meme of somebody, dog. They in the club, man. So they got the club book right here. So his phone here, he got the club book right here, going through like the price of the bottles. So Don Julio in front of him for like $300, but he gonna want it more. He's like 40. So I'm about to go to the club and pay a marked up price. And do that for what? When like that same night out, I'm not knocking nobody. Do what you gotta do, have your fun. But like,
I am. He's not. I am.
I mean, look,
I'm not you, because if you really wanted something, listen, man.
He's telling the truth.
You always can tell who somebody is by their fruits, right? Like by somebody's actions. Don't tell me you want something when you don't show me you want it, because I'm gonna call you out on it. So you ain't gotta knock him. I'm gonna knock him.
Go ahead.
Right?
You be bad cop.
Listen, I have a disdain for people.
Talk player.
That lie.
Talk player. Let them have it, man.
On working hard. And say they want something.
Talk B.
That's a pet peeve of mine, actually. I don't like that. And I will call you out on your BS if you do that. Right? Because you said you wanted something and you're not showing me you want it, which means you're lying to me at that point.
Yeah.
And all I'm doing is trying to help you as a coach. And so when you show me you don't want something, cool. This is not what you want. That's fine. My question would also be, why do I care about what you want more than you? And I'm the coach and you are the person that wants to get to a specific location. And when that is the case, then I have to let you know that what you're doing is not getting you anywhere near where you want to go. Instead, it's pulling you further away. You're going to a certain place and spending money to get further away from what you said you wanted. Like, logically, it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
You're going further away from the goal, huh?
You're paying to go further away. You're paying to go further away from what you said you wanted. I don't understand that part.
Clothes ain't cheap.
Now, we did say before that being able to separate yourself from average.
Yeah.
It's average to go to a club.
It's average to spend that money.
It's average to spend that money, right? It's average to go somewhere, listen to a bunch of music, stuff like that, be around other average people. If that's what you want, go ahead and do your thing. But if you don't want to be average, why are you in a location with average people?
Because that's just escaping everything.
It's escaping everything.
So, you're not paying for real experience, man. Like, all right, for example, when I hit you up early in the spring, Nas had a sympathy over Chastain Park.
Mm-hmm.
That's an experience. Mm-hmm. We're going to an Nas Illmatic with violins.
Yeah. Which Nas is my favorite artist of all time.
That's poetic.
Yes.
But we just want to go to the club with DJ from the club, the Arcs up and play Sexy Red.
Very true.
Come on, man. Like, you know, if you're gonna spend time away from the journey to do something, why not pour into something that's one of one and worth it?
But this is the thing, though, too, is that, man, listen, when you really want something and you're starving to get it, it's hard for you to care about anything else. Like, it doesn't really matter to you.
Oh, trust me, I know.
It doesn't matter, right? Like, you're starving for this one thing. I don't know how to emphasize it more than what I'm doing now, but you're starving for this one thing. And so if other things matter to you on that level to where you're willing to stop what you're doing to go at that thing that doesn't really matter, you're not really starving, you're not really hungry, you really don't want it that much. We want people that are starving for what they said they wanted.
It's the only way it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got the degree over there. And I tell everybody the same story. Like when I first got into college, I mean, I just wanted to hoop. Try to walk on at Georgia perimeter. They dissolved the team from Georgia State. I said, okay, cool. Didn't know what to do. My partner was in dental hygiene. He's like, hey, man, get your associate dental hygiene. You make like 50 racks. I said, what, 50? 18. 50 racks at 20? Man, I thought about getting that Beamer M5. First thing I wanted. So I'm in this thing, and I don't know nothing about anything. So the passion to push past classes that are doable, but I don't want to do the classes. I just want to get to the bread. It's like, now that kicks in. So now you start skipping class because it's like, I'm not incentivized at a deeper intrinsic level to say, I want to really do this. So now, start flunking, start failing. Cool. All right, maybe I'm not passionate for it, but I just want to make good money. My partner at the time had a couple partners in computer science. They was like, man, nah, this getting to this, dog. Like, it's easy entry level. You're going to be smooth. Take your associates, get some certs, get your first job, and then just do part-time for your bachelor's. Bet. Let's get it cracking. Can't lie, I'm very smart. It makes sense to me. I understand algorithm, for loops, if, and all that. Boom, we getting it done. But man, I got this basketball itch I just cannot scratch, dog. I swear to God, I'm like a fiend. I'm worse than some of these kids with vape pens, dog. I just couldn't give it up. Just couldn't. All y'all see back here is because of basketball. 2017, as I'm working through this exercise, as I'm working through this major for computer science, going through a really bad breakup, and it's affected me severely, and I'm not intrinsically motivated to push past the breakup and this degree I'm trying to get. So the grades get even worse from before. I got them up, and I get back bad again. Went from like a 2.1, got it up to 3.0. Now I'm back down like a 1 point something. Like I damn near flunked out. Now, this is my first time telling you the story in full detail as well. I'm telling everybody else. So in 2017, I'm just in the room watching. I'm on Showtime just watching any random movie. Kobe come on. Mind you, I'm a Knicks fan. Give a damn about Bean, bro. Like, I respected Bean as a kid because Bean was him. So, you know what I'm saying? I love Bean, like, behind closed doors, but in the front, man, goddamn, man, that man give us 60 in the garden, man. Forget about that man.
60 in the garden.
Man, forget about that man. I'm like Spike Lee. I just shake his hand, all right, looking. But this man says something crazy, man. Like, I'm just in this room, just dark, and I'm like, this man said, like, you got to take all your worst moments in life, and you got to find a way to channel it and put it into the right thing. So I did that all the summer. I retook those classes, passed them again, and got my GPA back up. As I took those classes, though, like, I just got obsessed back with basketball. I'm going to Heritage High School track, 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 to 6. Leave Heritage track, drive back to the east side, go to New Birth. From 8 to 9. Go to school, leave that, come back to New Birth again for weights, 2 to 4. Go to Starbucks, do work, come back to the east side to put up shots. I ain't pro. But I knew he gave me a template, and I wanted to see what his template felt like. I wanted to see what it was like to work out 4 sessions a day. I wanted to see what it was like to be obsessed and important in my craft. I wanted to feel that. And the more I did, I couldn't help but just, as I'm getting better with this computer science stuff, I couldn't help but keep notes and study and learn terms that they never taught me when I played at a younger age. Couldn't help it. So now I got notebooks of just different actions, and now I'm trying out drills. So now I'm walking around Newburgh with his little backpack. In the backpack, I'm already researching weight room stuff, eccentric loading, plyometrics, sprints. All right, back up weight room stuff for that. 5 days out the week, I had a different court plan for 5 days out the week. Mondays was 3-point shooting, Tuesdays was finishing, Wednesdays was mid-range, Thursday was post-up, and Fridays, it's going to sound crazy, I worked on defensive footwork for the whole goddamn hour. 5 days. And I had a weight training program for 5 days out the week. And them 5 days, I took notes on my phone to work on concepts and pickup. Pick and roll, left hand passing, pocket passing, hook passes. I did all of that. Because I understand it's free practice. See, y'all kids understand. Pickup is free practice if you're intentional about it and you keep notes about your weaknesses from high school and go work on it. It's free practice. They're going to get mad at you for doing stuff you don't do, but eventually you're going to get good at it. Y'all going to win. It's pickup. It ain't matter. Main point is I did that. And when I was doing that, this is how the story ties into something great. I'm doing that every day at New Birth. There's a post-grad prep school over there practicing in the fall. Every time they see me, I'm in my second t-shirt. To this day, my mentor, Coach Harper, will joke and be like, I'm surprised I don't see you out there fresh out of a baptism working out. I wanted to work so hard and sweat so hard that like I had to have a second shirt. That was the goal. Push myself to a second shirt. If I didn't do it, it wasn't going to work out. I would leave the gym with my eyes red. That's how hard I sweated. They eventually was like, hey, man, we see you working out over there. What you trying to do, play college? I'm like, man, nah, dog. I got sophomore credits. JUCO over with. I just love this. You for real? You sure you trying to play post-grad, bro? Like, we can find you something. Nah, bro, I'm good. I'll try it. I'll go practice with y'all. But, like, on the real note, like, I don't see how it's going to work, man. It's impossible at this point with my credits. Man, dog, it's crazy, man. You up here by yourself. You disciplined. We see you for the morning session. We come here in the afternoon. You here again. Damn, dog, that's pretty incredible. Wish some of these kids had that, man. You down just to hang around, learn some basketball? I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I'll hop in. Turn to being a statistician. Then I was Coach Harper's video guy and assistant for the whole summer. Turned to being an RA. As I'm becoming an RA and I'm seeing these guys work out and train, I'm training myself. I'm like, dang, man, they don't have a good weight training program. Cool, I'm going to help out. As I'm helping out, I'm like, you know what? I think I can make a career out of training athletes. This is actually pretty easy. I'm going to change my major. I change my major. I go to Georgia State downtown. I get into the program. I leave out that program with a 3.3. Led the class every year in terms of GPA or just knowing the most shit. Just me. Because I was so locked in. I would take the weight training programs I made for myself and get my professors. And I would be like, yo, does this make any sense? Fuck my grades. I know my grades good. Does this make sense? And that turned to me 4 years later. I'm a head coach. I had to put over 15 plus kids in college. I got a Rolodex of college coaches text my phone right now for schedules. I can help a high school kid in 3 to 4 years and get them college ready because I know what it takes. I know exactly what it takes from being a film guy, from being a statistician. I can tell you what they're looking for in the stat book. I can tell you in the weight room. I can tell you in practice. I can tell you in skill development. I can tell you as a head coach. I did it at all levels because I was obsessed, because I took my rage, because I had an alter ego. And this is from a coach. You can do it as a player. That degree wasn't because I locked in. A split happened. A divide for the right reasons happened. And I just stopped being Sean, Davy, and I just become Dave. I'm not that guy. I'm not the cool dude, the class. This guy here got a library full of books you didn't even know existed. Mm-hmm. This guy here will stay up the whole night. This guy here will probably drive 6 hours and then leave 6 hours back for an event and still go to practice on time before you. That's my motor. That's my drive. That's what makes me special, is that I understand that once I get locked in, I'm not letting it go. And that's what this episode is about. It's trying to give you guys the fruits and the benefits of being locked in. And as an adult, if you're listening to this, I don't care if you work in tech, I don't care if you work in finance, I don't care where you work at. Find a way to find that alter ego. Find a way to find that split, and find brothers and sisters that help you stay in that pocket. Because without it, I'm telling you from my own experience, I tell me sometimes, you'd be surprised how far you can slip off, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you from experience, you'd be surprised how far you gonna slip off by allowing one or two people in the circle that was never meant to be there to begin with. The system, it's like a car. Don't put the wrong oil in. Don't put the wrong gas in. Don't put the wrong brake fluid in. It just not gonna drive. Mm-hmm. So your motor requires the right fuel, the right gas. You're the right driver. But your vehicle to maintain do well, I mean, it requires you to put the right people in your system, man. Now, things to kind of like tie it all together from what we talked about, man. It's like, I named my struggles. It ain't a bit of yours, but like, there's a coach by the name of Tim Martin. He started off as an independent coach, was homeless back in the day, like around 2016, 2015, I first met him. He's now an assistant coach for the Spurs. You know what his mantra was back then?
What was it?
The beautiful struggle. That's what this first episode is about, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. It's that beautiful struggle that you're going to face as an athlete and as a person. And how do you manage it? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like, just really expand upon that. Like we talk about the compartmentalization and scheduling, but like that in-between game, and this is spiritual, mm-hmm. but that in-between game, man, like I'm gonna let you take it over because you hella more consistent than me, I'll be honest. Talk about, and it is a certain type of devotion mm-hmm. towards your craft. Just talk about that next level. You got the mental, the emotional, mm-hmm. the physical, but that mm-hmm. fourth dimension, that spiritual, mm-hmm. man, talk about how that's just a real game changer when you take it to that next level as an athlete.
I mean, the spiritual is what controls everything. You know, you can have the mental side, the emotional side, and the physical, but it's all controlled by the spiritual. That is the top level of anything that you do, especially when you talk about your process and your path. We all have a sense of what either we are supposed to do or what we want to do, mm-hmm. right? And when you learn to lock in on that, you'll learn that this is what I'm supposed to do. Mm. And when you start to sprint toward what you're supposed to do at that moment, everything else will work itself out. Mm. Right? Like you'll go through certain things that you're not supposed to go through. You might encounter certain people you're not supposed to encounter. But at a certain point, when you understand that I'm literally sprinting every single day toward what I'm supposed to do along this spiritual journey, you'll realize that things will start to happen for you that you can't even explain. I'm talking about being successful. I'm talking about doors opening for you, opportunities happening for you that you
never knew
it even existed, you know? And so when you talk about being able to be spiritual, that's incredibly important. When you meditate, right? When you visualize, when you do all of these things that are spiritual practices, you prepare yourself mentally to have the right emotion to put out the right physical product. All of it ties together, but it's all from the spiritual realm first.
Man, and I guess now to transition slowly out is like, okay, how can we also make sure that alter ego doesn't fully consume us like the Joker did for Heath Ledger?
Yeah.
How can we, I guess our best way I can say this is, how do we keep it in check?
Yeah. Heath Ledger was a perfect example to bring up for that too. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to Heath Ledger for sure. Legend. Who ironically was the best Joker for sure. I was having a conversation with Crystal Renee Hazlett, who is on Sisters on Tyler Perry's series. Okay. And she's also got a spinoff show called Zatima.
Okay.
And so we were at Shiloh, and Shiloh is where I went to school at. We were having a panel on the cheerleaders that put it on.
Okay.
And it was about basically high school student athletes and stuff and grades. And mental health as well was tied into it, which is why I was there as an alumni and as a subject matter expert. But you had people there who, the crowd wanted to see too. So you had Crystal Nay Hazlett, you had Pretty V, you had two people from Snowfall was there as well, and another therapist was there as well. And but before that, they had dinner for all of the panelists.
Nice.
And they had salmon, rice, stuff like that. But I'm sitting at the table and I'm talking to Crystal Renee Hazlett, and one thing she said was the ability to transition out is just as important as the transition in.
Damn.
And so you have to understand it's similar to like rest versus work, right? The same thing that got you into the alter ego also gets you out. You think about what things get you in there. You can use self-talk, as we brought up before.
Yeah.
You can use priming. You can use all of these things. The same things get you out, right? You have a pre-performance routine. Many people just have a funnel, right? Which means as time continues on, they get closer and closer to performance, and they get to that spot. Well, this part right here is important, but so is this part down here, right? Like being able to get into a specific space during the performance, and then getting out of that space after performance as well. So you can use your self-talk. You can use your system as well. Being around certain people that get you out of there. For example, with Kobe, when he saw his kids, he's not thinking about a 2-3 zone. He's thinking about his kids. Right? Or using self-talk, using other things as well that get you out, which is the same thing that got you in.
And I think the underlying theme of that is also find a way to be present. Reminding yourself presently what's going on. And I think to kind of like take all of that and surmise it for this first episode is that for a lot of you young athletes, the whole purpose of this pod is to give you guys information that you might not really get consistently. Not knocking other people, but like these are topics and things that if we had.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Because I ever used everything.
Yeah, we had to. We had to.
I remember watching film in class in computer science. Computer lab. I don't know if kids even had that word no more. I'm in computer lab like this. We didn't get slow-mo till like 2018 on YouTube. Bro, I would have to
rewind.
Stop, click. Oh, okay, that's what he did.
Yep.
Like, dog, is the resources available to you guys? And the whole purpose of this pod, that's why I invited him, is it's not about viewership, it's not about sponsorships, it's not about exposures. Like, can we do one task? Provide you high-level information that makes sense. This isn't the Dr. Huberman podcast where I'm going to have a layer of notes and PDFs from PubMed. Like, dog, like, we just need to get y'all to understand these are high-level topics, but it's our job to make it as simple as possible. And then give you guys it very digestible. And use it. And make it relatable to you. Because everything we just talked about today, forget about being athletes. This is for everybody listening to this. You can use this like I have, like he has, to propel yourself deeper into life.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for that guy right there, this is not possible. I tell everybody that. And that guy was caused because of that guy. And that guy was caused because of that guy. The whole board behind me makes sense for a reason. It's a transition out. This is the former, this is the latter. And there's a reason why both of them are up there like that. Because these principles that was given from these guys to these guys, they took to the next level. We're just giving you principles to guide you to the next level. Because regardless of athletics, this is going to carry you far in life. Because when you guys get old enough, if you do get to this point, when you get a family, dog, I'm sorry, you got to flip a switch too. When your mom and dad are at a certain age where they got to retire, and some have to be the point where like you got to help take care of them, you can't see mom and dad as mom and dad no more.
No.
Now, who are you going to become? Now you're a caretaker. Now, you the adult. It's different phases of your life. You're going to go through things. And we just telling you, as young men in our 20s, enter the last phases of it, it's some things you never even knew existed that your ass going to go through. And as an athlete, especially now with NIL, for some of y'all going to be blessed to get there, you're going to be running through some crazy things. Fake offers, collectives, agents. I got guys I know that are teachers, now they agents. Overnight. So kids, young men, young women, we just giving you guys the resources, and this is why episode 1, self-talk, alter ego, like I told B, I think that's the most important foundation for our series. Because in the end, if you guys don't know how to flip a switch, we could have talked about pregame ritual. For what? You still ain't changing nothing. That jump shot still broke, dog. Like, man, you with us. You self-check, dog. Like that's come on, man. But if you had an alter ego, you would have got to that gym 4 or 5 hours before. Cause you been working on your jumper every day for the past 2 years. You just making sure it stays sharp. So instead of us trying to come up with the most cliche things like pregame rituals and performance and tricks or what to say, how to calm your breathing at a free throw, like everybody talks about that already, man. Who is telling you how to set yourself up by laying that foundation of, like I said, for me, this is Sean Davy, and then just Dave. Ain't no other letter behind that, dog. Dave is a brute. Dave is a goon. Don't mess with him. Don't wake that guy up. This guy has no heart. And I'm telling y'all that for a fact. This guy has went through a lot. Know what it's like to be cold. And it's okay with it being freezing cold. This guy is loving, he's warm, he's compassionate, he cares about people. There's two sides of the coin. And when you can find an alter ego, like BJ just said, how do you get out of it? Because there's days I'm too much like Dave. And I don't give a
crashing out on everybody.
Yeah. I just don't care. But I have to be that way because if I'm your coach, you can't go back to being that guy. No. So if you are trying to crash out with me, I got to be the biggest crash out. And you got to fear my crash out over your crash out. And now change is going to happen. And for some of y'all that have worked with me, my crash out might not be for you. But when you realize that I cared, when you realize I was pushing to be uncomfortable, you're going to realize, like, dang, when I was with that coach, that was the best I ever was. And that's what he does with his clients. You got BJ, then you got B. It's just you have to lock in. And what makes this special for the first episode is that we did one before, but this one's a lot better because now it's more intentional. We got a whole first 10 ready for y'all. And it's going to be going out like this. But it's about making sure our legacy is being pushed out the right way. Because I think I told you this, man, like, sports psychology is picking up steam in your field. I know you're dominating everything, especially here in Atlanta. But I think at the same time, like, there has to be a certain level of stewardship or mentorship within it.
Yeah, I have a lot of mentees.
Yeah.
I have a lot of interns.
I know you do,
yeah. And to your point, I'm kind of bring it back.
Yeah.
To your point about us not having this, first of all, we didn't have people like you.
Yeah.
We didn't have people like me.
Yeah.
I make it a point that every single person that hits me up, they have somebody that they can talk to. A lot of my mentors were either very old and transitioning out of the game in terms of retirement, or dare I say, you 85.
You almost out of here. You almost out of here, player.
Or you didn't speak the language I spoke, you didn't have the same background as I had. And so I never turned away any mentees at all because I know I didn't have that coming up. Yeah. So absolutely, you're right when it comes to the mentees and the stewardship and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. So episode 1 is out the books. This is recorded on Riverside. If you got a podcast, man, don't be like me. Don't put it on no Premiere. Use this AI. Because soon as this is done, all I got to do is hit title, produce, click YouTube, and this is done. Episode 1 is out of here before tonight's over with. So, athletes, just stay with this podcast, man. This is a very new way we're doing it. I feel like I got BJ on the sports psychology. I got a college coach talking X's and O's, and I got a professional strength coach talking about performance. You're not going to find a resource like that. I'm going to have everything you need. So episode 2, give you guys the info right now, quick rundown. So we're going to talk a lot about performance anxiety and then more importantly, playing free. He briefly talked about flow state, but it's hard to get in flow state if you ain't got a foundation. So I believe that episode is going to be a lot of fun because we have talked a lot about where the brain plays in flow state, how to get in flow state, what does it feel like, the sensation of it. Because a lot of you guys that may have gotten hot in basketball, if you're in football, you look up, you ran for 300, baseball, you look at the stat
3
book.
for 4.
Yeah.
Stolen bases. Ball looked like a beach ball out there coming in the strike
Boy,
zone.
what?
Yes, sir.
And you like, dog, I ain't never played like that. I felt like I was even playing.
Exactly.
That's flow state, fellas, ladies. So episode 2, we record the next week. This will be out Monday, so stay tuned. We are going to give you guys the best digestible content for sports psychology to boot. This is the BXB Pod. This is my weekly new guest host, BJ. I'm Sean. Appreciate you guys for tuning in.